Yeah, woo! I'm up.
Just rocking. We're both awake.
Awake. Dang these West Coast shows.
Shame on you, GCW. Shame. Very inappropriate, very uncalled for.
Shame.
Just because you were on the West Coast does not mean that a 10 o'clock Central starting time is acceptable. Like, it should have been like 8 Central time. That would have been fun.
Listen, you GCW, when you're on the West Coast, you should be starting these shows at 1 in the afternoon, please.
Yes. Like, what are we doing here? I am old. I cannot stay up past 11 o'clock.
I did. My first night of vacation, and I tried my best to stay up super duper late. I got Lord saying it's Saturday, time for Blair and Pluggo to expose themselves.
All right.
Hey, listen, no need to yell. We're still waking up.
That kind of
full disclosure. I almost missed the beginning of the show because I dozed off on the couch. It was just like, oh shoot, I gotta wake up. It's time to expose myself.
But you know who didn't worry me? I was like, Plug was a pro. He's gonna be
no
here.
Pro. I got that internal clock going. It knew it says you got to be up.
It's like 10 a.m. Eastern time. He's ready to go on Saturday mornings.
But I also knew that you had this. If I didn't, I was like, Blair has got this. If worse comes worse,
it's Saturday morning and Pluggo's got jokes.
Oh, you know it. You never know. We got caps lock forever, nerds. Lawrence must be still fired up from last night. He went to IWS's ringless show. I don't have the name on front of me. I'm sorry, but IWS has been killing it, brother.
I can find it for you right away. Just give me a second. Maybe I can.
Because I'm the consummate professional who, like I said, woke up 5 minutes before the show and was like, hey, be ready to go.
Yeah, I don't have it.
But that's Lawrence, you could chat it to us, but I was going
to. It was at Turbo House. No ring, no rules.
There you go. Got it. See, you got this. I was going to say, before we dive into last night's GCW card, we could talk IWS and New was the theme last weekend for Hardcore Heat.
Yeah.
I mean, all titles changed hands, but Benjamin Tolls.
I don't want to say that maybe if we on Love Wrestling, we do blowing off stream every once in a while. I took part in one, 3 weeks ago. And we were joined by some of the IWS roster. Matt Viviani was there. One half of Fresh Air was there. Katrina Creed was there. So, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe if you want to win some gold, you come on blowing off stream because that seems to be the theme.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It could be true. I think that checks out. So yeah, blowing off stream is a great place to be for anybody looking to win gold. So
apparently,
that was such a fun little. It was in a pool. Mm-hmm. That was cool. Mm-hmm. It was 1,000 because I think there it is. I was like 1,000 and 10,005 because of us.
Yes,
that is Lawrence saying to Lawrence. In the chat, just spamming that caps lock today. He is yelling at us hard. But no, it was in a pool. Our friend Lawrence was there. Zach was there.
Franklin Center.
You even got Sexy Eddie got to sat on Zach's lap and they held him down while he got chopped. I mean, I've never seen those boys happier. I mean, I'd have been stoked for that. So,
oh yeah,
heck yeah, dude. IWS is on a bit of a tear right now. They're going to be back September 16th. There's a little Pluggo tidbit for you with their next pay-per-view. So be ready for that.
It was a very fun show. I mean, that's one thing. Like, it's nice, having IWS because it seems to be a little bit more well known than some of the independents across Canada, because there's a lot, and having the opportunity to be broadcast on Fight Plus, I mean, being able to share that with everyone across Canada, it's kind of nice, because I know, it was a Saturday night, and on Twitter and all the social media platforms, we're all just chatting about IWS, and it's like, this is kind of cool,
It's Saturday night, SummerSlam weekend, mind you.
Yeah.
During SummerSlam, and you're still seeing IWS pulling some great numbers on Twitter with the conversations. So you gotta love that.
Yeah, that's a huge testament to what they are doing and the incredible product that everyone is putting out with IWS.
You can see Lawrence in the crowd. He's chomping at that. Well, Lawrence might end up, if they do another bring your own weapon match, they might just pick Lawrence up and use him.
I could see
I'd
Carl
be down.
Jepsen grabbing Lawrence and just swinging him.
Lawn darting him into the Green Phantom or something. That would be awesome. Let's get that going for the socials.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I'd be all over that. I'm sure.
Lawrence, would you be down for that? Would you be down for that, Lawrence? In the chat, let us know. I think he would. I would imagine so. So yeah, I had to touch base on the IWS there because, like I said, doing awesome stuff. And like you said, just new champs all across the board outside of our buddy Big Ben Ortman came up short against Benjamin Toll, but that was still such a good match. So hopefully Big Ben gets a shot again soon.
I liked that there were matches there where you didn't want to see either people lose. Sweet and Fresh Air. I'm watching. I'm like, can both teams win?
Can we have co-tag team champions? Can they freebird it between the four of them? That would be fun.
They're great. So,
dude, Amazingly Sweet is my jam. Just saying that. Shout out to Christar and Alex Bay's former Blowing Upstream partners as well.
So,
yep. See, Lawrence said he is the real lethal weapon. So clearly he is down to be used as needed in an IWS hardcore bring your own weapons match.
Steve Blackman, move over.
Yeah. Steve Blackman, who I love Steve Blackman, by the way.
Me too.
Dude, Steve Blackman is the GOAT.
You want to know how much of a nerd I am? When he first showed up in WWF in the late 90s, I still remembered him from when he was in Stampede Wrestling.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I thought it was so fucking cool. Oh,
he is. Oh, you made it past that little 5-minute threshold. I think we'll be all right.
I hope so.
I mean, you must not have watched Thursday night's program where I magically whisked us away to every show that Love Wrestling has to offer, and we said a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah,
I saw the screenshots.
Yeah.
Causing havoc,
just wrecking people's lives one stream at a time.
Spencer must have just given you the gears on Friday morning.
Well, that's what JPJ is. He did, because JPJ's on vacation, so I went I was a little extra Thursday, and it is what it is.
It happens,
I made it here to Saturday morning. That's why I slept. That's why I slept in, because I was getting berated by Spencer all day yesterday.
Yeah, Spencer was at SmackDown yelling at you over the phone.
He was like, I'm trying to watch this Rey Mysterio segment. Will you just say you're sorry? And I was like, no,
just stop.
Just stop. It'd be like, just stop, friend. Because when he yells at you, he does it in such a nice manner that like have you ever seen that Seinfeld episode where they or she's like, I want to see you mad, Jerry. I want to see you get mad. You never get mad. And he starts getting mad, and they start laughing. And he goes, is this funny to you? And they're like, kinda. We don't think you're serious. That's kind of what happens with Spencer in the office on Fridays. He's yelling at you, but it's almost like, is he really mad? I can't tell. Because he's so nice about it.
Oh,
I've never been yelled at so much by a person that also shoots compliments in there as well. It's just a wild scene.
It's constructive yelling.
Yeah, but it's still yelling, and it still hurts my ears. It's still all caps lock, like our buddy Lawrence.
Well, we should jump into things because we got a lot to talk about, and we got a hard out today. So
yes, you've got a busy day today, so I can't keep you too long.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk about that after it all goes down tomorrow on brunch. We'll see, because you never know. There's the possibility it doesn't follow through. So,
don't put that into the ether. But yes, you're right. It is possible, but not for you. Anyway, we're going too far off the beaten path here. So where do you want to start, Blair? I started with IWS. So
well, we should talk about that GCW show that we were amped up to watch that screwed us over. So I saw a solid hour before I passed out.
Be honest, the only reason you're mad at GCW right now is because they didn't put East West Express on for you to pick against. Boom! I think I was gonna let that slide. Got him. That's right. Anyway.
Well, now that Pluggo's gone from today, I mean, we're going to talk about GCW. It was a very fun show, so
don't tease that because it'll happen. I actually I sent myself the link via text just in case the show goes off the rails again, because Thursday night just randomly we have a tech coming out to look at everything because it just dropped again the other day. So don't tease them.
TFA is just sitting there like, yep.
Well, Lawrence happened to pop in because I was running the Quizplex gimmick, so he was coming in to keep score. Because TFA debuted her brand new game show, Crunch the Numbers, with TFA.
Nice.
So, so we played that. Anyway, GCW. Yeah, last night you texted me at like 8 o'clock, and you're like, "This thing doesn't start till 10." Yeah. For you, it didn't start till 10. It didn't start till 11 for me.
I don't know how you watched it.
Like I said, I tried to power through. The card was fun. The matches were cool. So I actually watched a little bit of Flophouse Wrestling, No Fucks Given, with my boy Schwartzy. He runs that promotion. He's a fun guy. I've interviewed him before. Paul London sang. I didn't know Paul London was a singer, but he sang. So that kept me awake throughout the wee hours of the 9 p.m.s and the 10 p.m.s. It sounds so old, but no, the GCW. I mean, I love that LA venue, that Ukrainian center, cultural center, whatever they call it. Yeah, it's just, I love the vibe. I love the way it looks. So they started off with the 6-way with the backpack boys, as we call them, Los Macizos. But Ciclope did not backpack it up again. 2 weeks. It's like he caught on that we were team backpack, and he was like, "Nope."
No, instead it was just the Ribera Steakhouse jacket. He's getting so much mileage out of that bad boy.
I mean, wouldn't you? I would never take that thing off.
Like, he probably wears it everywhere. Wears it on like every date he goes on. Wears it in the shower. Just lives in it.
Just lives in it. I would say this: he probably isn't rocking the backpack because it would cover up the Riviera logo. Yeah. So maybe that's what he's doing. But if I'm him, I talk to Riviera's and I get a Riviera's branded backpack. That would be dope. If we could get that willed into existence, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd be all over that. This was
Lawrence said he told her I bought it. That's right. Lawrence has Ciclope's backpack in his possession. What's in it, Lawrence? Open it. Tell us.
We need to know. Tell us.
We need to know.
What's in the backpack, Lawrence?
What's in the bag? Oh my goodness.
This was a fun match though. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't know too much about Unguided 2.0, but
me either.
They were fun in there,
I'm just pulling up. There we go. Oh yeah. I'm a bum. I'm pulling up the card because I wanted to make sure, because it was weird that they started with the tag. This card was weird.
Yes.
In the order that they went. Not it was a bad card. It was just they went in this odd order of things, because normally they do the scramble match to start off their GCW shows, but they went with the 6-person tag, which, like you said, was a lot of fun. And then they went right into
the 4-way.
So the 4-way, the women's 4-way match. and it was Maki Ito, Steph DeLander, Masha Slamovich, and Alley Catch. Yeah. This was fun. They had fun. They let Maki Ito do her cute little spots where she, did the triple headbutt thing. It was just fun. They kept teasing the Alley Catch and Steph DeLander tension is what they called it. And it kept getting broken up. I think they were just having a good time, these four, but they also had a really good match too. Like it wasn't all comedy spots. So
no, it was it was good. I mean,
who won?
Steph DeLander won. I don't know why you're bragging because we were tied for picks. So I mean,
true. It's true. But I like to win. You can brag when you win.
Okay.
If we tied, I'm still ahead overall then.
We're not doing aggregate points here. So I mean, it's show by show. If you
ladies and gentlemen, this is the last 4 exposure in history.
Yeah. Jeez. You want me to take you out of the room again?
Oh my gosh, he's fired up. He's kicking Pluggo out. Not before the tidbits, bro.
Do you want tidbits today?
I do.
Keep it up, and you're not going to get any.
Oh no. See, now you're teasing me. Now you're you're threatening me. That's a threat, folks. But yeah, this match was a lot of fun. I think the spots were all great. I love all 4 components of the match, and then of course, just because our boy Blake Christian decides he's going to show up and get involved. Now, I know why the story's there. Don't get me wrong. They just keep playing up the Masha Blake angle. But if I'm Blake Christian in the current iteration of Blake Christian, why would I keep messing with Masha? Like, I understand why Masha would mess with him because, he took the title. I don't know why Blake is getting involved. Like, why wouldn't he want to stay away from Masha?
Avoid her as much as he can.
Right. Like, he keeps poking the bear. She keeps poking the bear. So anyway, he gets involved and Steph picks up the scraps and gets the win. It was a cheap win, but it was a win nonetheless. She also said a lot of F-bombs.
That happens.
It's funny. I was just sitting there. Mrs. Pluggo got home and I'm watching, and Steph's cutting her promo, and she's just like, "What a mouth on her!" And I was like, "Yep, welcome to GCW. You might want to earmuff it for me, Mrs. Pluggo." That's where I thought, okay, so Blake comes out, gets involved in the match. Yeah, Masha beats him up a little bit. And and all of a sudden, here comes Chris Bay, and they're just like,
that threw me off. I wasn't expecting it.
Now, obviously, that just made me wonder, does maybe Chris Bay had to get out of there or something, or whatever the case may be, why they put it on third. Like, it was just like, all right, we're doing the GCW World Championship match immediately, which is a weird spot on the card for your world champion to be. But I mean, that match ruled. Did you catch? Oh,
I saw that match. It was a lot of fun. I mean, Chris Bay is out of this world.
Oh man, they sold me a ticket to him actually beating Blake Christian. Like, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but in the moment, I was like, this would be so cool. He pulled this off. They beat the crap out of each other, but
Chris Bay, he's someone who he really bet on himself because I mean, he had WWE going after him. He had AEW going after him. And instead he went with Impact, grew his brand on Impact, was able to work indies besides that. And look at what he's been able to do with that, just been able to make himself into an absolute star.
Oh, make himself some more money when he absolutely decides to sign anywhere. But yeah, Lauren's saying he ain't no snitch. So he's not going to tell us what's in the backpack, which I think is kind of messed up, Lawrence. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But you know what? I respect your values and your morals. You do you, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the match was a lot of fun. But of course, it's Blake Christian doing Blake Christian type things. We didn't see as much of a heel side of things as we did last week at My Name Is, because he was already behind the 8-ball because Chris Bay kind of jumped him. So, but he ended up winning, of course, and still GCW World Champion. Everybody hates that guy. I think we're pro Blake Christian on this program. I think
I enjoy Blake Christian. He's a great heel champ. So I'm
we're pro it. So all the GCW fans, you're wrong. We're right. Blake Christian is just a nice. He's misunderstood, friends. Misunderstood.
Are we out of touch? No, it's the children that are out of touch.
Yes. Blake Christian is our champion.
This is where I tailed off because I crashed hard right after that match. I was going in and out of consciousness, falling asleep, and
I powered through.
I tailed off.
I almost made it live the whole way through. I had to catch up. But anyway, this is where. All right, let me check. Yeah, because this. Okay, so that we had the Blake Christian, and then we moved on into Sawyer Wreck, Joey Janela versus the Rejects. That was where we moved on to next, and I love the pairing of Joey Janela and Sawyer Wreck. The Rejects, though, this was a fight. One of them stuck Sawyer like directly on her dome at one point with this just gnarly looking DDT thing, and I was just like, "Oh God, please be okay."
Yeah,
because they did the same thing last week with somebody where they dropped them like on a chair on their head, not in a bad way, not in like it wasn't like a reckless like botched unsafe spot. It just looked gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
It was controlled, so I don't want to put that in the ether that it was like a bad thing. It was just so you knew these people were ready to fight. These Rejects, they won. They're on a roll. I don't know. I was surprised when they won last week. I was surprised when they won this week. So that's 2 in a row. I don't know how that works in GCW in terms of if that gets them into a title picture, if that gives them a tag team title shot against East West Express coming up. But I could see it.
I think what it means is that if they do get a title shot, I just automatically pick them to be East West Express.
That's right.
So I hope they're prepared to lose.
Oh, you could bring it up. I say one thing and I'm the asshole.
I just thought you'd get a kick out of that one.
You could talk about it all day, every day. I say one that super bad reference again.
Yep. Just bringing those back. It's besides tidbits, we're going to have Pluggo super bad reference of the day.
Oh, I could do that. I could stretch that forever. Oh my gosh. You say one. I say one bad thing, and I'm the bad guy. You talk about it all day, every day. Hey, can you get this? Such a great.
I do remember that.
Great life. Just great. Can you get this? That's awesome. That was such a best friend move, to be like trashing your best friend, then ask him to pay for your drink.
Oh, 100%.
Love it. Yeah. But yeah, this is a fun, hard-hitting match. Bloody match. They tore each other apart. But again, Rejects win. Championship match. I can't speak. Championship match coming up soon. Not champions at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Then after that, we had Leon Slater and Jack Cartwheel.
And I wanted to talk about this. I don't know much about Leon Slater. This was my first time ever watching him.
But he's unbelievable.
He is so good. Like
he did a swanton into a 450, which was a thing of beauty.
Yes. His facial expressions throughout the entire match kept selling me a ticket to him winning, losing. What the dude, just money.
Mm-hmm.
Like and this was Jack Cartwheel, like a homecoming of sorts, because they said he's from LA. So we had both picked Cartwheel. We thought, go with the GCW favorite. It's in his hometown. It'll be one of these like really cool showings for Leon Slater, where we'll be like, oh, this guy's really good, but he came up short. That's kind of how I thought about it. No, he won. And I was like, way to put this dude on the map. And the commentary did a great job of like putting him over and saying things like, Nick Wayne and Billy Stark started young here, and Leon Slater could be that next wave of talented people. Like, they were pushing the narrative that he could be the next big GCW star. Dude gets a big win. First win. Impressive.
Mm-hmm. No, I did not expect that at all. I'm glad he won. I mean, because it shows that you're not going to get the typical, you bring a guy in, he's going to lose to like the hometown guy, like, sure, you want to see Cartwheel win in that situation, but like, to be able to elevate him against the GCW regular, that's a huge deal.
Super big deal. So they obviously see a big thing in him, and now he's one of those guys that I'm going to start like keeping my eye on even more now that I finally saw. I said I'd never seen him before tonight, and I don't know if that's it was a bad thing. I was gonna say I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but no, it was bad. Now I need more Leon Slater in my life.
Yeah,
I got to make that happen.
and that AC, you need Leon.
That's right.
Saved by the Bell reference.
AC Slater, baby. Yeah. Now we should do a deep dive into that.
We could.
Saved by the Bell was my jam.
Yeah. Damn right, Preppy.
That was always such a weird vibe. Those two fighting over Kelly, and then like he would just. It was all. They were all. That's another show for another day.
Yeah.
They were all over the place with that. Kelly, Jesse, Lisa, Zach made hay. We'll just say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you don't forget when Tori showed up.
Oh, and then Tori showed up, but she was in all the pictures but she was never on the same show with Kelly.
No.
They never interacted as far as if I read that correctly. But she was still in the same pictures because Kelly at that point, or Lisa, or it was Kelly or Jesse were gone from the show at that point, but they filmed these new episodes because it was weird.
Yeah, Kelly and Jesse were gone, so it was Tori and Lisa that were the female cast members.
But they would take like cast pictures together with Tori, Lisa, Kelly, Jesse. They would all be in the same promo pictures, but they were never on the same show together.
Photoshop, bro. Photoshop.
What the hell? Saved by the Bell. I'm on to you. 30, 40 years later, whatever.
Don't forget the college years.
Oh my God. The college years, the 1 year that show was on, or was it 2? It was 1 or 2 years.
I think then the Hawaii wedding. I mean,
that wedding, that 2-parter, that was dope.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kelly and Zach are still married today?
No.
You said no. You think they got divorced?
Yes. Zach fucked up.
You think so? I was going to say, yeah. How do you know it's not Kelly? That's fucked up.
It's Zach.
Yeah.
He's still holding bitterness towards Kelly, who was like with that other guy for a while. I can't remember his name. She's
like, Zach, the mail lady? Really? The lady that drops off the mail? I'm Kelly effing Topowski, bro.
You were going to say Topowski.
It's Kapowski.
It's Saturday morning, so we're allowed to tie in some old Saturday morning
TV. Yes. And then, R.I.P. Screech, that weirdo.
He's passed away?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like a while ago. He also, but towards the end of his life, he went down a rough path. He got real weird real quick. I don't know when he died, but it's definitely been at least 5 years, maybe more.
No way.
Look it up.
I am.
That's a tidbit for you there, right there, buddy. That's a pineapple tidbit if I ever see it.
He passed away 2 years ago, not 5.
Oh, 5? It feels like 5. Oh. Saved by the Bell content, unexpected. That's what happens on the Sport Exposure. Yeah, he passed away. But he got real weird real fast. He was doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago. Wow, it felt a lot longer. But life, when you stayed up as late as I did last night, everything feels a lot longer.
Yeah.
I need some coffee. I didn't even have a chance to make any coffee. I'm gonna have to run out and get like some Bang Energies and just like shotgun them to wake up for the rest of the day.
Yeah, do it up. Crush a couple of Red Bulls, just shotgun them.
Just shotgun them.
Shotgun and Red Bulls, watch them Saved by the Bell. You're set.
Watching Saved by the Bell and then watching a bunch of wrestling today because I'll be here tomorrow morning at 10 with Drew Nichols. Oh. Drew Nichols for Firmly. I'm filling in for JPJ.
Big money, Drew.
I got big shoes to fill because they're really good at what they do, and I am Pluggo. So.
I hate throwing this out there because this is a match or this is a show about independent wrestling. I can't wait for you guys to talk about the death match that was announced for Dynamite between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. So
I'm gonna defer to Drew on that one.
Like I might have to show up in the comments for that one.
Listen. Oh look,
Mrs.
Pluggo, the first lady in between two beards, the first lady of my heart, the apple of my eye. How you doing, honey?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for marrying me. Thanks for being my Kelly Kapowski. What?
Okay.
If she comes on the program, you got to serenade her. You got to look. See, Zach Morris is trash. By the way, yes. If you've before we finish this card, if you go on YouTube, type in Zach Morris is trash. There's this guy. He did a deep dive into all of these Saved by the Bell episodes, and he basically breaks down why Zach Morris is a trash human being. It is the best. They're like 4 or 5 minutes long. They're short videos, and the theme song is Zach Morris is trash. And it's just like like if a character never shows back up on an episode, he says, and they never came back to Bayside because they probably killed themselves after dealing with Zach Morris. Like, it's just the worst. I'll send you some. They're fun.
Okay, thanks. I'm just gonna leave this comment up for the rest of the show.
I'm gonna act like Ophelia didn't put that up on the jumbotron, as they'll say. What are you doing? What does that even mean? That's not a real thing.
It is. So, Gringo Loco versus Mance Warner.
Oh, you just want to gloss over the fact that Ophelia's derailing our program that was on the rails to begin with.
Oh, this program was never on the rails today. This was an 18-wheeler veering for a cliff, and we are just twirling in the air as it continues to crash down.
Saturday mornings are the best.
They are. I love it.
Yeah, Manson Loco, and I gotta say, I dig when Loco comes out in all black. You know, it means business. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy Gringo Loco in a hardcore like setting. Mm-hmm. You don't see it a lot because he's more of a lucha style. You know, he has banger matches like that. But when he gets into that and he mixes it up with Loco, he was mixing up with Mance Warner, so you got to be ready. Like, it was fun. Like, I want to see Deathmatch Loco. That's what I want now. Mm-hmm. Give me all of that. But he won too. He beat Manser. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Manser taking a few L's lately.
I mean, he's helping elevate the crowd. So the crowd, but like the others, you know? So
yeah, good for him. I appreciate it, but I do love me a good old Manser victory. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, this was fun. I like Gringo Loco in this setting. So please give me more of that. Mm-hmm. And then we got a Philly saying, on the rails, huh? What indie promotion is doing a Saved by the Bell match? That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do like a Saved by the Bell scramble match where you have everybody come out dressed as a different Saved by the Bell character, or like a battle royal even. Fun fact, Mr. Belding, this is independent wrestling. He's a big wrestling fan. Like he's been at WOW. He loves wrestling. So shout out to Mr. Belding. I don't know if he is still alive or not, but I think he is. Dennis Haskins is his real shoot name. I think because he's up there. But no, he's a wrestling fan. So I've seen him show up at some shows.
I'll take a look, see if he's.
So while you take a look at that, we'll just move on because, like you said, we got hard out today. Blair's a busy man. I don't have anything going on today, but I'll find something. I'll find something to do. It's vacation for Pluggo.
Are we going to talk about Saved by the Bell, the new class at some point too, or no?
Saved by the Bell, the new class, I got to be honest with you. I don't know a ton about it. Okay. I have seen them. I'm not super duper familiar because I was such a big Saved by the Bell fan that it just didn't feel right without. It just did. It was fine. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't name a memorable episode. I just remember that like Screech was like the TA or something, like a teacher's assistant, or like Belding's right hand man or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like it just didn't feel right. Like there was something magical about that group.
That's fair.
You know, and to try to like do the new class thing, which I'm sure. Have you seen the Saved by the Bell, the new like the Peacock stuff? Where they brought it back?
No.
Yeah, that was interesting as well. Ask Spencer to make it happen. Ophelia, I ask Spencer to make a lot of things happen on LPW shows, and rightfully so. He doesn't take my input, but he might on this one because that's dope. You could just have like there you go. Your LPW favorites. You slot them into a Saved by the Bell role. Like is Rich King Slater? Because he's so jacked. Baby's in the house. He hasn't watched Zach Morris's trash. He has watched it. He feels Zach is just misunderstood.
Mitch Clark would be Slater.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's not a bad shout. Who's Zach Morris?
Ooh.
Who's the? Exactly. Can't do it.
Maybe Pride, because with Zach you sometimes get the good and the bad, and Pride.
There you go. Maybe? There you go. That's not a bad shout. And then Zoe would be Kelly. She's the grand champion, so she'd have to be the focal point of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. I like this. TFA's got to be on there. She got to be. Maybe she's Jessie. Maybe she's Lisa Turtle. Maybe she's very fashion sense. She's got a lot of fashion. She has a killer beard though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could sit down and break this down one of these days. This GCW card is sick. Now we're talking LPW wrestlers as Saved by the Bell characters. Who's Screech?
Oh,
do I say Mars the Specialist?
I was gonna say Ben.
Oh, Ben. Ben's cooler than Screech. Mars is cooler.
I say it completely lovingly.
Yeah, this is all lovingly. I was going to say, because he was kind of a nerdy dork in the show, but we all love our people. But I could see Mars playing that character role really well. Mars has range. Yeah. That's why I love me some Mars. Look at Boris' Screech. Hi, Boris. Speaking of Boris, I was going to shout out Big Bad Boris. We talked last night extensively, just in private chats about some PWA from Canada, and I'm going to have to start doing some research today because I heard there's some fun stuff down that memory lane. So shout out to Boris, who's calling our next LPW match with Veda Scott.
Yeah,
that's a dynamic duo.
LPW 19.
Yes, we're at 18, 19, so it's September. Veda's coming down. Speedball's going to be there. Boris is going to be there. Everybody start spamming the chat with super chats to fund me getting there so I could go, because that would be dope.
I mean, here's a possibility for Screech. Larry.
Ooh. Larry's a great shout, Ophelia. Yes, because he's so off the wall, you don't know what he's doing, but he low-key is a genius. Yes, Larry's the move.
Is Spencer Mr. Belding?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, please.
Because he's controlling all of this.
He's just like, what are you guys doing? Come on, let's not do drugs. Like the Spencer just being the very after school special principal. Like, you got to do your homework, Larry. Listen, Zach, you stole my car, but I'd like it back, please.
Thaddeus is the waiter from the Max.
Yeah, Max. He would be Max. That was the guy's name. He owned the place. The GC show was pretty good. That's what we're currently talking about, Boris.
40 minutes in, we've almost finished reviewing it. We're going to preview nothing else.
Well, let's do this real quick because we can finish up. After Manser and Loco, we had Effie and Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
I lied. They threw the scramble match in there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lloyd, Alec Price, your usual suspects.
Jordan
Oliver was in there. He won. Jordan Oliver's on a tear. He won, rightfully so. The dude's money, having one of the best 2023s of any independent wrestler. I put my money on it. So yeah, he won the scramble. It was weird. I would have maybe given Jordan a match here, but hey, whatever. Yeah. He won. It's a good time. Effie and Fatu. Fatu beat the crap out of Effie. And he just dominated. Like Fatu looked like $1 million in this, but Effie there's no slouch. He got his shots in, but Fatu ended up winning. And then after that, kept beating up on Effie, and Mance Warner came out to save Effie, but then Fatu beat up Mance Warner too.
I'd be huge into Fatu and Mance Warner.
Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. Hope maybe it goes somewhere. He said, I like Braden Toon moves well for a big kid. Yeah, Braden Toon was in that scramble as well. I can't believe I blanked on the scramble match, but again, I was getting delirious and I was just chatting with the Audible Chocolate last night. So, I was distracted.
It happens.
It happens. Name dropping who I'm chatting with on the low. The Big Bad Boris, baby. The stud, the man, the voice of LPW. You've got to learn some stuff. Got to pick up. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to wrestling. Just
okay. You were chatting with Boris. I was chatting with the Booker of Lucha memes. I mean, we're talking about Artemis Spencer. So
we got so pumped to see Effie and Alley Catch tonight in Edmonton. Oh, where are they at? Where are they going to be?
They're at Top Talent tonight.
Oh, very cool. I just remember Alley Catch last month saying she was never coming back to Canada ever again. So great. I'm glad that she was lying because that'll be fun. Tell them we said hi, Ophelia. Be like, hey, Effie, hey, Alley Catch, those 4 exposure clowns said hello. And they'll be like, who?
I do have to get one of the new Bussy shirts that Alley Catch has. So
yeah. Yeah. So that ended up
at the gym.
So they let Fatu be incredibly strong here. So I'm interested to see where that goes. And then it was main event time. And admittedly, I started to doze off here, so I don't have a ton of notes, but it looks like Johnny Game Changer gets the win over Nick Gage.
Johnny Game Changer doing double duty, wrestling on Rampage as well.
How did he pull that off? I would like to know. He morphed into 2 people.
I think he took the QTV private jet, and because of the time change,
he did.
It was okay.
He did a very Saved by the Bell-esque, tried to pause time and rush over here and try to make it happen, and it just
time out.
Yeah, he timed out, zipped over to Rampage, wrestled this match, time out, zipped over to GCW. We were or maybe he's Sabrina the Teenage Witch if we want to go down the road of old shows that bring back nostalgia where she could literally freeze time.
If we're going to do that, then we got to talk about California Dreams. We got to talk about Hang Time. I mean, there is not enough time to go through.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Hang Time with Reggie Theus.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a Friday night show. Hanging with
Mr. Cooper was dope. TGIF was the shit. Anyway, that was GCW. No Signals Over the Air. I'm sorry I don't have more on. I'm going to watch Nick Gage, and I'm going to watch it in full awakeness. But it's cool to see Johnny Game Changer. It was cool. It's always a good time. I enjoy what GCW has been doing. So
should we quickly pay some bills?
Let's pay some bills really quick. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You're thinking like I am. I'll knock this sponsorship read out real quick with our awesome new Bet Stamp partner, and then
we'll pay some bills, and then we'll do some tidbits, preview a couple shows, and we peace in the streets.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be. Today's podcast is brought to you by our new partners over at BetStamp. If you're wondering what BetStamp is, it's just like Hotels.com or Trivago, where you book flights or hotels, right? But instead, they line up the best betting odds for the best books in town. So if you want to bet with Caesars, if you want to bet with MGM, if you want to bet with FanDuel, they'll line it up and tell you which book is paying out the best. Because maybe you may be betting on the same game, but you are in fact could get better odds with a better sports book, and they make it super duper easy for you to do that. So you head over on your Android, your iOS, you can go to betstamp.com, betstamp.app, sign up today, put in the promo code LOVEWrestling, get your betting journey started off with us. On average, BetStamp users win $1,000 more per year by just using it. It's a very easy line shopping product. Head over there right now. Let them know that we sent you. You can bet on anything and everything using BetStamp. Please let them know. Use that referral code LOVEWrestling right there on the screen. It's free. You have no reason not to. Let them know that we sent you. Let them know.
Yeah.
That's a good app. I say it every week, and I'm not just, it's a good app. I have it downloaded on my phone right now. I use it. And yeah, if you want to gamble on the next big pay-per-view would be All In, probably is available. Yeah, they do DraftKings. Yeah. DraftKings is AEW. FanDuel, if I'm not mistaken, is WWE, or this might be both. But yeah, you can definitely do that. Tonight, preseason NFL started. You gamble on preseason NFL. You just go to BetStamp, you type in whatever game you want, and it'll tell you who's going to pay you the most for the same line.
Yeah.
Because just like everybody, sports books want your money too. So they're competing with one another. So do that. It's free. It's free.
You know what else is free?
We got to keep the lights on.
These tidbits are free.
These pineapple tidbits this week.
These delicious tidbits. So, coming up August 25th, Sean Henderson presents Dylan McKay's Underground. And this is, I think anyone who's a fan of IWS or Canadian wrestling will be into this, because Fresh Air, the new IWS tag team champions, are going to be facing off with Bang and Matthews, the two formerly known as the Bang Bros. So just saying, that'll be a bit of a banger. What do you?
I'm trying not to go down the road we went down last week when we talked about the Bang Bros and how they should just come up with new names. Yeah. The Hub Brothers or something.
Yeah. The Bait Bus. Wrestling Revolver on 8/19. Wrestling Revolver has a show coming up. I think I put the wrong date in there, but it's 2 shows.
Yep.
Oh, it's in October, 10/8.
Yeah, I sent you that. Yeah, 10/19. Yeah,
you sent it to me. They're doing 2 shows in the day, a 3 o'clock one and a later one. The 3 o'clock one, Renee Paquette's going to be a guest there, and the later one, John Mox is actually going to be there. So it's a little bit of AEW,
a little power couple action.
Yeah, power couple flavor at Wrestling Revolver. So that'll be a good time. This one, 8/18, August 18th, C4 Wrestling presents Fighting Back. So here's the thing. They are raising money for the Canadian Cancer Society. Hub Bros. They're raising money for the Canadian Cancer Society. Canadian Cancer Society means a lot to myself. I know that it means a lot to a lot of people in Canada, and it's for an incredible cause to help raise money in the battle against cancer. It's something that affects all of us. So they're raising money. They're trying to do some big things. On the card announced was Evil Uno teaming with Mayung Jae Lee facing off against Violence is Forever.
Violence is Forever. Oh.
So if perchance you can donate, please do. Please help support. Even just watching afterwards, I think it's just to help support it. So whatever you can to do that.
I'm gonna let you read that one.
2 guys, 1 cup when they win the NWA Cup.
Yes. Bang and Matthews, again, I know you're watching. I know you love For Exposure on Saturday mornings. This is a great gimmick you could run with. You could just get cease and desist from all sorts of adult websites.
They're going to come out known as Detroit Hardcore, and then it's going to throw the internet for a storm.
Yes.
Yeah. August 19th, All-Star Junior Festival. And this is more New Japan related, but I figure with the amount of independent wrestlers are on there, it's worth running through. So there's going to be a ladder match. I'll run down the wrestlers on there because it's quite a list. You got Hiromu Takahashi, Rocky Romero, Doki, Master Wato, Blake Christian, Clark Connors, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, Francisco Akira, Desperados teaming with Mao to face off against the East West Express.
Mao.
So I fully believe Mao and Desperado are going to win. So that is August 19th, coming from the ECW Arena. More. Let's see. AJ Mendez, the Mrs. CM Punk. Yeah. She is no longer with World Women of Wrestling. She was the executive producer there, and she's not going to be back. So just dropping that little tidbit.
I don't want to throw shade because I admittedly haven't watched. I don't know where I can even find it to watch. Wow, to be honest with you,
I think it's one of those ones where it's almost like it's broadcast on like one of the like ROH used to be on like Sinclair broadcast.
Yeah,
in the same vein as that.
Okay, so it's just you got to find it, or
yeah,
because they used to run ROH and syndication at weird hours around here. Like it'd be on like at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, or at like 12 o'clock on a Friday night. Like you never knew.
Yeah. IWC in Denver, September 24th. They're using a lot of the CMLL talent for a show. On there, Mascara Dorado, Dante Leon, Templaro, Vert Vixen versus Stephanie Vacque versus Leluvia versus El Hijo de Fuerza Guerrero, which is Fuerza Guerrero's daughter. Cole Carter is going to be there. Jake Christ. So quite the lineup of independent wrestlers there.
Very cool.
I also got GCW is doing 2 shows in Germany in September.
Oh,
so
wow.
You will see all of your favorites over there. And OTT, which runs out of Ireland, if I'm not mistaken, they do some very great video packages over the years. They've done some phenomenal main events. Moxley is finally making his way back there. Starcast weekend announced that Kawada will be there. And Jonathan Gresham had to pull out this weekend from, I think it's Beyond, if I'm not mistaken. The same one that Lufisto pulled out of. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Hopefully he's okay. And
yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing
too serious.
Yeah. No, Jonathan Gresham he's good at the professional wrestling thing. He's very talented. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of tidbits today. Lots of titty bits, tittle bitties, whatever you want to call them. We should call them tittle bitties.
I don't think we're allowed to. Not this early in the morning.
Not this Saturday morning cartoon.
No, we're talking about Saved by the Bell. We're not referring to tidbits as titto bitties.
Titto bitties, Blair's titto bitties.
If we ever do a late night Friday show, we'll do that.
We should do a watch along coming up, or one of these like late nights where we're like, that would be the way we stay up.
What we'll do, because there's always, I know like this summer I've been very fortunate. I haven't had to work any Saturdays.
Bits have been tid.
I know that I'll have to start doing Saturdays again. So maybe when we do the Saturdays, if there's nothing going on Friday, we'll do a Friday night show just to throw it for a loop.
There you go. Watch one of these GCW shows just and do it that way.
Yeah, we'll do like an hour of.
See if Philly's got it. Lodge Along party. We'll bring our tidbits. We'll bring our hot takes. So
I think we can do something like that coming up.
That would be fun. A little for exposure special. Yeah. Anyway, we gotta hustle through. We gotta get you out of here. So why don't we preview a couple of shows that are coming up this week? House of Glory is interesting. We're previewing it today, but it's not till Friday. But by the time we get back, it'll already have happened.
Yeah. And that's why I want to bring it up, because there's a couple matches we're talking about. We'll start from the top. House of Glory heavyweight title. Matt Cardona is defending against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Wow. Yeah. Like, you could stop there, and that's a ticket. That's a sold ticket. That's going to be interesting.
That's worth going out of your way to see. Besides that, you have Charles Mason defending the Crown Jewel title against Eddie Kingston, who will be making his return from his G1 experience.
Yeah, with his Riviera steak jacket.
Mm-hmm. We've got a tag team title steel cage match between Amazing Red and BXL versus the main event, Jay Lyon and Midas Black.
I don't know much about the main event, but I just, I'm super excited because Amazing Red and BXL are.
Yeah, and the main event has started showing up a little bit more. Like they were on the GCW show not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're making waves. They're making waves. This is the one that kind of like I saw this and it like completely piqued my interest. It's a cruiserweight title suicide 6-way ladder match. So half the wrestlers I'm familiar with, the other
go on.
The other I'm not. You've got the champion Joey Silver, Nolo Catano, Raheem Royale. Then you have Jordan Oliver, Isaiah Cassidy, Mr. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and one of my favorite wrestlers from ECW, Super Crazy.
What a wild list of people.
So look, I'm going to watch this one. Am I going to watch this show? Oh yeah.
And you give me looks for getting weird on the show. Look at you. That was
because you've been yang along with me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have a buddy that does that all the time in real life, and it just he's in the room because you're like, oh, Seth's here.
I'm going to start doing a lot more.
Oh yeah, that match was
yeah.
That's how we rate. How many yes does that match get? 5.
Yeah, we just lost every viewer with that.
Suck it, Dave Meltzer's Records. The 5 stars of the night.
Oh yeah. The certified banger of the week.
Well, if I don't make it to tomorrow morning with Drew Nicholas, I'll know it's because we got fired today.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on with it. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's House of Glory. Defy is running tonight, and Defy, their shows are usually up within a week. Yeah. So Violent Minds is this weekend. Now, this is a bit of a banger card. We were talking about the poster yesterday, and I'll start running down them. You've got Titus Alexander facing off with Judas Icarus.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
That has match of the night potential written all over it.
And that's probably, and again, that's the first match you just mentioned. So there's even better, there's even like better names on paper, but that match is going to rule. Those two are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. We've got Sovereign, which consists of Travis Williams and
my guy, Travis Williams
and Evan Rivers facing off against Midnight Heat.
Fun fact, LPW alums. Evan Rivers and Travis Williams. I talked to him for the LPW show last night. Super nice guy.
So that'll be up on the LPW or the Love Wrestling Patreon shortly.
Soon, yeah, soon.
Masha Slamovich versus Nicole Matthews.
That's gonna rule. That's gonna be those two are just gonna hurt each other. It's gonna be, excuse me.
We've got former tag partners facing off because these two used to team as C4. Clark Connors facing off against Cody Chun, former guest of the Grain Raker podcast, Cody Chun. So
that's right.
Yeah, I'm
best podcast in the world.
And that's the 8X GP finals. So that'll be a good time.
That's where I was getting confused last night. Admittedly, when I was putting graphics together and looking over notes and stuff, they got the GPX finals going on this card, but it's its own separate. It was like a different night.
The semifinals were like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, which one is actually the one? And then that was it. So that's going to be fun. I like Clark Connors a lot. I got to see him live at Warrior Wrestling last year for the first time. And I just love that dude's energy. I just enjoy him in a wrestling ring. So that'll be fun.
So we've got Shijiro Iri versus Tom Lawler. One of my good friends, Tom Lawler.
Your best friend. It's okay. You can say it. I understand. You can have more than one best friend.
My other best friend, Tom Lawler.
See, there you go. Super fan. So you're just going to go off with Tom Lawler to college? You knew I couldn't get to Dartmouth. You and Tom Lawler rooming together, Blair? Just leave me over here. I'm at State.
Subscribing to Perfect 10.
Yeah.
We will never get to do a show again. That is it.
No, probably not. We're gonna need Ophelia to message Spencer or tweet at Spencer and be like, listen, keep these boys on the air.
Yeah. And then we got
she gets shit done. Ophelia gets shit done.
Ophelia does. So friend of the show, Ophelia. Thank you for all you do, Ophelia. Ninja Mac versus Artemis Spencer. That rounds out the card. Maybe there'll be another one that they slide in.
Yeah.
But Ninja Mac and Artemis Spencer is going to be fun. Artemis Spencer dipping down to Mexico after this, if I'm not mistaken, for a few weeks. And it looks like he's going to be working some shows down there.
A lot of shows in Mexico. GCW talked last night. They're going to be doing a show in Tijuana. There's going to be a lot of Tijuana. Yeah, they're doing a show in Tijuana, or a lot of GCW people will be on a Tijuana show.
No, they're doing a show in Mexico, and Psychosis is on it.
Yeah, there you go. And La Bestia 666 is on it. That's going to be interesting. What a fun time to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what we got for previews. I'm sorry we're not more in depth, but we had a lot of Say by the Bell to talk about today.
A lot of Say by the Bell. You come here for the indie talk, you stay for the Say by the Bell references.
Obviously.
I mean, I'll just say this. I think we're a bunch of episodes into this thing. You knew what you were getting into when you signed up for it.
It's wacky. It's fun.
It's funny that I picked like two of the best like co-hosts for the two shows that I do. You and JPJ are like straight-laced professionals, and I'm like, let's talk about Say by the Bell and adult film industry stuff. And you guys are just like, okay.
At 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning.
We're talking about Bang Bus.
I don't know much about professional wrestling, but I can talk about Say by the Bell and other things. Eli Surge is there now, and Artie is en route soon. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, somebody we know might be announcing the Artemis Spencer match when it gets announced for Lucha Memes. Maybe somebody who co-hosts the show. I'm not going to say names, but maybe stay tuned to his Twitter account.
Lawrence?
Soon. Yeah, maybe Lawrence.
Maybe. Oh, you're gonna announce this match? Like, okay,
somebody might get first dibs on announcing it. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so
lucky that person.
Stay tuned to the social media of the 4 Exposure co-hosts, because you never know what you're going to see.
You never know. It might be, who knows? It might be Zach Morris might be making the call.
No, it's not. Okay. Pluggo, where can people find you?
Oh, we're at that point of the program.
We got a hard out today.
We do got to go. I'm just trying. Okay. You can find me at Pluggo _ on Twitter, at Pluggo on all other social medias. This hat is the graphic. I need to change it. It's been a while. Anyway, you can find me on Thursday nights between 2 beards, 8 p.m. with JPJ at B2B at B2 Beards. This is the socials for that one. I'm on Blue Sky as well. Just Pluggo on Blue Sky. I need to be on there more. It's a lot. There's a lot of work going on. You can find me Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, filling in for JPJ with Drew Nicholas for Firmly AEW. We'll talk all the happenings of AEW this week. That'll be over on the Twitch channel. So go to twitch.tv/lovewrestlingca. Lord say we got the hardest of outs, but yeah, that's where you can find me. I don't think I have anything else to plug. Oh, Love Pro Wrestling show with Travis Williams. That'll be dropping on the Patreon soon. He was super fun to talk to last night. So check that out.
Yeah, Travis Williams, great wrestler, great guy. Very stoked for him.
Professional. Super professional.
The professional.
With the unprofessional, the professional.
No, you're professional. Myself, you can find me up on all social media, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast, up on Blue Sky as well. But admittedly, I don't use it as much as I should. But it's because I think everyone hasn't made the full transition over there. I even have an invite for Blue Sky, so if someone wants one, send me a message. I'll send it your way. So I'm just saying.
Fancy. Maybe we need a 4 Exposure Blue Sky.
Okay, I'll send it your way. Just dropped a podcast with Katrina Creed, the new IWS Women's Champion. Coming up this week, we'll be dropping one with Levi Knight, one half of Vanilla and Chocolate, teaming with Mo Japari. And I think that's everything. We have to record an episode coming up. We got to figure out a date for that. So we
say that every week. We just need to hammer that down and get it done. Yeah, I'm on vacation this week, so I got time.
Yeah, I think that covers everything. Every Saturday morning doing 4 Exposure, and you can sometimes find me doing the brunch gimmick too. So
sometimes we talk about independent wrestling here.
Sometimes we talk about Saved by the Bell. You never know what you're going to get on 4 Exposure.
All you know is you're going to get exposed. I was going to say fully exposed, but then I was like, that doesn't make sense. Okay. It's early. It's early because I stayed up late.
Yeah, we're going now. Okay. You guys have a great weekend.
Oh my God, vacation Pluggo. Yes, that's right. I'm on vacation. Woo! But yes, Blair, we got a hard out. We gotta go. You're the guy with the buttons. I'm gonna keep talking until you kill this thing.
So I'm hitting the buttons. So you guys have a great weekend. Peace in the streets. Take care.
Yes.